Hello YouTube, Moose Cow here, and I'm back with the first recap video of our little playtest game of incorporating our expansions into BBR3. This is a game between myself and Madman, and this is a look at our first casualty boneyard dish, so to speak. Very eventful first round. There's a lot of units in here. You might be asking why there's so many French units, and that's because we're playtesting our Vichy rule. You see some American units in here, so that signifies a J1. So, without further ado, let's get into it from there. Germany took out Normandy-Bordeaux, and they took out Paris. Therefore, they were able to activate Vichy, so sent a mech from Western Germany into southern France, activating the Vichy rule. Normally we would roll for all the territories that would flip all the French territories to see whether or not they flipped Vichy or not. This time though, we opted to try to just do a historical version of it. So all these, everything here except French Equatorial Africa and New Hebrides, or however you pronounce that, except for those two territories. Everything except for those two territories flips Vichy, and this one Vichy as well, French Guiana. Canada took it though. And then to compensate for that, we gave Free France 2 free infantry that pop up in French Equatorial Africa. So French Equatorial Africa is pretty much the hub for Free France. And then there's that territory. Not that it means anything, but that is what it is. So I'll come back to that in a bit. So they took France out, got their money, all that stuff. They attacked Yugoslavia. Yugoslavia wasn't wiped out the first round, and then he retreated into Romania because he brought the tank in there. You know, he did the little slingshot move there. He activated Finland. No surprise there. He attacked the English units in 110 in the channel right there, and he attacked the English units in 109. He sent 3 subs into here, and he sent 2 subs into here, brought the destroyer and the battleship into there. I, of course, scrambled with the 3 fighters into here, and he knocked out only the destroyer, so my transport was still alive, and I managed to knock out all 3 of those subs. So that's fun. And then he lost the 2 subs here and had the destroyer and the battleship left over, which, as you can see, UK then, with the remaining units, went down and took that. And my battleship, when he attacked the English Channel, my battleship's AAA got a hit, and then when I attacked his, he got a hit. So an eye for an eye between the UK and the Germans. So that's that. And let's see. He's sent stuff to Poland, sent stuff to Romania, activated Bulgaria and Finland, like I said. That's that. Russia, right away declared a war on Japan. Might as well get it over with, right? Then sent stuff to Leningrad, congregated there, and in the Ukraine, building 7 infantry units. And then also sending some units down to Caucasus. Now, some of you might be asking, why did I only buy 7 units? Why did I only have 21 IPCs? It is because of the Spanish Civil War. In order for the Russians to support the Republicans in Spain, they have to utilize their first round income. So they have to be very selective of what they're going to do if they're going to support Republican Spain, and so on and so forth. And I tried, lost some money, but so I started this round with only 25 IPCs as opposed to 37. So the consequence of that is that it's buys Germany a little bit of time with me, but you know, we'll see how it is. You know, see how it goes from there and how it pans out. But so far, this is what the Eastern Front is looking like because of that. So I built 1 in infantry in Moscow, I built 3 in Leningrad, and I built 3 down in Ukraine. And then I congregated everything else over here. Why are there 2 less infantry over here, you might ask? Well, that is because I sent 2 infantry. I get to send 2 infantry to Spain from any 2 infantry from any territory. So I took 2 infantry away from Amur, and then I railed an artillery over here as well this turn. So that is Russia. Japan did a different style J1 attack. He attacked the units in 226, and I scrambled, and he had a cruiser left over, and then he took out Wake Island and congregated there. He then took out the Philippines. He took Hong Kong, did the usual push into the empty Chinese territories. He took Hunan. He left the Burma Road intact. And then, let's see, then what else? Didn't take any of the Money Islands. He built a complex in Manchuria. Congregated Air Force in Manchuria as well as in Guangxi. I'm using these upside down combat air patrol markers from HBG to signify them as air transports, so I can just pick them up and I don't have to put a chip underneath them. So that's what that is if you're wondering. And think. What else happened? He built a transport and a infantry as well as that complex, like I said. We have everybody pursued tech except Italy. So that's that. Canada took French Guiana back, since that starts off Vichy from the rule. So, but that gives them their NO as usual. The UK was an interesting turn. So the UK utilized its air force, the bomber and the fighter from here and the cruiser that was left from here, to take out the 2 Vichy units. These are Spanish units. They're not at war. They're not involved. So they're just not involved with the sea battle. You know. So I managed to get 2 hits. He got 2 hits against me. So my fighter survived. So the Vichy naval units are eliminated from here. I also knocked out the Vichy naval unit down here in 72. So they still have French Madagascar, but that naval unit is gone. So this was an idea I had, be able to do this so that everybody knows that Toronto raid is a lot more harder to do now. But instead of doing the Toronto raid, you can do, I forget what the title, what it was called. I think it was more off the coast of Algeria when the UK attacked France's ships. I think it was like Mez El Kabir or something like that. I'm probably mispronouncing it, something like that. Anyway, so now you can do that. You can do that instead. It's a risky attack. It worked out for me, but hey, you can do that so that Germany and Italy cannot take advantage of using those ships to beef up their fleets. You know, so then from there, the UK took out Ethiopia, congregating down here, retreating out of the Med more or less. Sending units to Sudan and Equatorial Africa, rearranging a few things over here, brought the battleship back, beefed up Malaya, sent a few units into China. Since Japan did a J1, so then therefore everyone's at war over here. So that pretty much covers that. Obviously, Hong Kong was lost, like I said. Italy used what it had and took out Greece and what was left of Yugoslavia. Then congregated down here a little, or moved a little bit down here. Oh yeah, and they took out, forgot to put a roundel down. You just get this. Okay, so they took El Alamein. Right there. So that means that because these are Vichy territories are considered Axis territories. And so Italy gets that NO. They also have the NO for the Med, and they have the NO for the other territories that they have. This one. Yeah. So you might be asking, well, that's really, really strong. Why do that? Italy is now, possibly be super Italy. Well, you'll see. Vichy France typically doesn't last too long. It gets chiseled down pretty quickly. And I like this because if you look at any other Axis and Allies game, these are always considered German territories. They're always considered German territories in 1942, in Classic, etc., etc. And it's just so hard for Germany to get down here, or even for Italy to expand over here and get this NO. So it's pretty reasonable that they can have it for a moment, and then they will lose it, pretty much. So even though this is strong, and now Italy has so many options as to what to do, but it can't do all of them, you know? So they still have to carefully pick what they're going to do and how they're going to go about it. And Vichy can be attacked. Vichy has been attacked, so now Vichy can attack Allied territories and not strictly Free France territories. But they only have infantry, so not a lot's going to happen. He did a recruitment roll, so he got at the end of France's turn is split into Free France and then Vichy France. Vichy France gets to do a recruitment roll, a 1 or 2, then place a unit in any Vichy territory. So he managed to get one, so it went in southern France. Free France used the 2 infantry it had here and went into Central Africa. They then get 1 IPC because of their limited economy, split in half. They only have 2, so that 2 becomes 1. And then they rolled their Lend-Lease, and that means they got a sub. They rolled a 4, which means I get to pick between a sub and a transport, so got a sub. So that goes down right there. The French Lend-Lease is here, so it has to be disrupted in order to affect that. Yeah, that pretty much sums that up. Anzac over here, used the transport. I'm probably going to lose it, but I took 45, or sorry, went into 45 and took Dutch New Guinea. And we have Malaya, so I got a healthy 21 IPCs for Anzac. Canada did not spend any money besides they spent 2 from Anzac and 2 from Canada to do tech. So Canada has 15, 21 for Anzac. And then I have a blue die for the Lend-Lease roll and the 1 IPC for France. I misunderstood with Rick what we were doing with Turkey. We are not doing the typical Turkey rule at all. Turkey is just there, and if they're attacked, then they get incorporated as a separate power. So we're not doing the partisan rolls. Rick did a game where he did the partisan rolls, and it got way too out of hand and just really screwed the Allies, pretty much, he said. So we're not doing... Turkey's just here. If they're attacked, then they're included for whatever reason by either side. So Turkey is there. That's what we got. Some CCP units converted into Turkish units. I figure that's okay because it matches the roundel. Some people have them gray and stuff, but it is what it is. That AAA also is theirs, so it should be red, but it's theirs. Okay, well, I'm kind of getting ahead of myself. We will be picking this up tonight for at least another round, maybe more. We got a very eventful round. Happy to see how this is panning out. He's trying out some new strategies. I'm trying out some new strategies, you know? It's always fun to not do the same thing every time. So here's what the income tracker looks like on my little income tracker cigar box. Turkey doesn't actually collect money yet. I just threw him down there, so... But we'll see. Anyway, and then that's what we're here. I have to adjust these. I did not do that. That's Paris, obviously, and Hong Kong, and Manila. There we go. Okay, cool. All right, so stay tuned, YouTube, for our next round. Be coming at you later.